Are you satisfied? Happy? Miserable? Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? It's time for the Michele Hughes Show, where we keep it real. Tune in daily and join our controversial topics as we talk about singles, sex, and men and women's issues. And now, the queen of relationships on the Michele Hughes Show. Always keeping it real. Your host, Michele Hughes.
Well, hello everyone. Yes, this is the queen of relationships. I'm Michele Hughes, and I'm so excited again to be back with you all with a great topic. And I want to thank you for emailing me some great letters that we're going to discuss today. We're going to discuss these letters because I believe that the reason why you chose to email me is because you wanted me to answer your questions on the air. So that's what we're going to do today, because there's so many people who are in relationships but they haven't got over their past. And so that's why the topic today is free me from my past relationships. And sometimes there are more than one relationship that you're trying to get over. And so that's why we are going to talk about those things today. Sometimes have you asked yourself, why do we break up with people? Is it because you don't like the way they look, or maybe the way they talk to you? There are many reasons why we end relationships. And today I'm going to address some letters that you sent to me concerning a relationship breakup. And it's never easy breaking up with someone. You have the residue of that person's things that they might have bought you, cards, and it's just things that you'll remember them by. And so it's hard many times to get over that person when you have many things around your home still that remind you of that person. Now, if you know that that person is not going to come back and you're still having residue feelings from that relationship, maybe you need to put those things aside so you can get on with your future, especially if you are having bad feelings about that person. When I say bad feelings, it's not really bad that you're having. Really, you're having love ballads, or not ballads, but you're having reflections of that person in your spirit. And that's where it's coming from. Especially if you've had sex with that person. You're going to have those residue of sexual feelings, especially if you've been intimate with that person. And now you break up with them. It's almost like a marriage. Remember, that's why he's telling us to not have sex before marriage. Because when you break up with that person, that doesn't go away. So these are some of the things that you're feeling. And that's why you're writing me, because you're having reflections of you still need that person. You want to talk to him. I've had boyfriends when I would break up the relationship and they still didn't feel like they had broken up with me. And so I wasn't mean. I would still talk to him and see him until I found out that it really wasn't going anywhere and I didn't want more. And so I don't think sometimes you have to know when enough is enough. But today we're talking about free me from my past relationships. And those are people who have just ended a relationship. You've broken up with someone and now you're feeling, maybe you're having second thoughts about breaking up with them because there's so much pain inside of you. You still feel as if, I still want this person. I'm in love with them and I don't want to feel this way. But we always fuss, we always fighting, we don't have a loving relationship, but I still am missing them. And so just because you're missing them doesn't mean that's the right person for you. You're just going through some changes that if you give it time and don't try to, go back and try to get the person back, because I don't think that's going to help, especially if you're not the one, if they broke up with you, then it's hard to go back and try to get someone to take you back unless you added to that breakup. And so if you feel that, well, I really was the reason why we broke up, then go back and talk to the person. If you feel that you didn't do that person justice, then it's only right that you at least ask that person to forgive you for the things that you did, and so that you can get on with your life. That's what I feel. And but I have a letter, and I'm going to read to you that was sent to me. And it says here, "Hi, Michele. Could you address how I can stop thinking about my boyfriend? He broke up with me around 6 months ago. Thanks, Carol." Well, Carol, if it's been 6 months that you and the guy that you were in a relationship with, and you're still having thoughts of being with him, I would ask you some questions. Is he calling you? Is he sending you emails, or is he texting you? Is he showing that he really wants you back? Because if he broke up with you, did you find out the reason why he was breaking up with you? Did you ask any questions? Because that's important, so that you won't make the same mistakes in your next relationship. So if you're on good terms, I will call him up and find out, why did you break up with me? And, find out some of the reasons he broke up with you. And if you think that those things can be amended, then you need to ask him, do you think that we could go forward? If we maybe sit down and talk about where our relationship was going. And if he doesn't have a sense of no, I don't want to go any further, I wouldn't continue to want a relationship with him. If he's not being persistent, or if he's not really listening to what you're saying, it's obvious that he really wants out of that relationship. You can't make someone want you. And if they are content with what is happening, and maybe you are having some maybe feelings of remorse about the relationship, it's always good to talk to them to get some of that stuff out of you, so you won't go through life feeling guilty and feeling as if you were to blame for everything, when you know that you weren't to blame for everything. Now come on, I mean, it takes two to make any relationship work. And so I would say talk to him, sit him down, or if he doesn't want to get together, talk to him over the phone, and just talk about some things that that's bothering you, because it's not going to help you to keep having these things lingering on. And you have some things that you need to get some answers maybe from him. And so hopefully he'll be open to the things that you're saying, especially if you're not being negative, trying to blame him, or being really, just, I don't want to say cantankerous, but just keep it light. Don't try to belittle him or make him feel like he's the reason why things have gone bad because he's the one who broke up with you. No, just try to get some of those answers that you need answered first, and then see if you can resolve maybe some of the issues, and if he's willing to let's make this relationship work. And if he does, I want you to email me. The email, single, sex, and satisfied 365@gmail.com. I want you to email me and let me know how everything went, so that we can tell everybody that, hey, things went okay with you two. Because we like to hear. We don't just want to hear stories where the relationship is not working. We want to hear stories where the relationship is working also. And thanks to Coach Michele. That's right. We want to get some accolades. That's right. We want everybody to say, yeah, Michele Hughes is really helping us make our relationships better. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear some good stories, not just always, sad stories. Well, I have another person who wrote me, and they said, "What's up, Queen? I love your topics. Can you speak on how to get your girlfriend back? I mean, we just broke up and she is already in another relationship. I need your advice, Sam." Well, now this is going to be a real situation where, Sam, you really gonna have to realize that if she's already in a relationship and you know she's in a relationship with someone. I don't know if she just a friend with this person, or do you know that she's really dating him? You need to find out if she's dating him, or is she just being friends with someone, because that could be the situation. Maybe you saw her with someone and your mind just ran off thinking that, oh no, she's replaced me already. But you need to find out. Call her up, talk to her. If you guys are still talking, then I would say call her up, ask her some questions. You don't have to ask her questions about the person she's with, but you can ask her some questions concerning how you feel, and that how is she feeling right now that the two of you all are not together. Does she think that maybe you all can resolve some of the issues that you're having? Can we sit down and address some things so that we can go on, because you want to continue the relationship? And let her know how you feel. Tell her the things that you feel about her, that you're attracted to, some of the good things about her. And so that she'll understand that you're just not trying to, pull her leg. You really are interested in coming back. You don't want to continue to, not be together. You want her back. I can remember one of my boyfriends, we had broken up. And I remember talking to my father. And he told me, he said, Michele, if that person is really meant to be in your life, you pray to God. And if it's meant, God will send that person back to you. And if not, that person wasn't meant to be in your life. And that's what I'm going to tell you, Sam. If that person is really supposed to be in your life, pray about it. Ask God to touch her heart, to when you talk, that she will feel what you're saying, that she will feel that you're really being sincere. And because you're being sincere, that you want her to understand that you want more than maybe in the future than just you all dating. Maybe you want marriage. So you need to explain some of those things to her so that she'll understand where you're coming from. Well, we're going to go to a break and we're going to come right back because we have some more questions that we want to give to you all tonight.
Yes, on the Michele Hughes Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as we deal with more heart-to-heart issues. This is the Queen of Relationships on the Michele Hughes Show, where we keep it real. Stay with us on the Michele Hughes Show. It's the Michele Hughes Show. We keep it real. We talk about Singles, sex, men and women issues. Come join the conversation on the Michele Hughes Show. Are you satisfied, happy, or miserable? Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? Well, tune in daily and join our controversial topics. She is the Queen of Relationships on the Michele Hughes Show. She keeps it real. Don't miss a show with Michele Hughes.
All right, that's right. Don't miss a show. Tell a friend that you are listening to the Michele Hughes Show. Well, I have a poem for you, and it's called Confused. What is this feeling I have? I seem to love you, but other times I seem to loathe you. I can't be without you, or maybe just without anyone. I think about you all the time, but why do I have this feeling? I long for your voice, and I would die to hear your laughter. But is this love or merely lust? All right, that's what you have to ask yourself. Is it merely love or is it lust? And sometimes, some of these letters that you're sending me, you need to ask yourself, I don't know how committed you were to that person. And I know sometimes we're harping on sex, but I believe that we have to, because we're helping many understand that sex is not going to keep the relationship happy. It's not going to make that person continue to be in a relationship with you, because as you can see, some of you all are breaking up with people, and some of you have been sexually involved with that person too. So it doesn't stop breakups. No, it's not. So that's why we need, if we just keep the real thing, or concentrate on focusing on the relationship at hand, I believe that you won't have a lot of past relationships. We won't have to say free me from my past relationships. We'll find great relationships, and we'll have things in common with each other, so that you'll understand. I like in that poem, it's like, I like your laughter, I like your voice. You'll begin to, if you keep sex out of it, that's right, if you keep sex out of it, you'll begin to see some of the attributes that you love about this person. You like maybe the way they walk, or the way they handle themselves when they're with their family members. And if they get along with their family, you know, most likely they'll get along with you. But if they're having tiffs with everybody, you know, everybody is argumentative, and no one's getting along with one another, you got to figure out what's the nucleus of this family. Because if it's always tiffs going on, you have to remember they're going to bring that same personality into your relationship, unless they have grown and asked God to help them to overcome being this, you know, person that's always got trouble, or just always, you know, not in agreement with someone. Hey, we know that you're going to have disagreements. We're not asking for everybody to be perfect, but what we're saying is that we don't believe that the relationship has to always have just drama. I mean, don't you get tired of all that drama going on in your life? I know I do. I don't like a whole lot of drama. I do like peace and quiet and tranquility. Yes, I do. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. I don't like a whole lot of confusion. And when there's confusion, you know, there's evil somewhere in the atmosphere. And so you got to realize that how much of that confusion can you tolerate? And if that person is every day, they got drama going on, no matter what you do, what you say, it's always drama. As soon as they open up their mouth, they got drama with you. You know, always got a tiff with you. Now, if that's the case, you need to ask yourself some questions. Okay, we got another letter. I got some letters. I mean, you all keep emailing me. I'm really you helping me to give you the titles as I ask. It's helping me to be able to say, all right, this is going to be a good show, because they are emailing me, and so now I can have a title for the show. Okay, now the next letter is, hello, Michele. I am in the last stages of a disease. I've been listening to you talk about not having sex. I am telling everyone you don't want to experience what you have to go through to live with your disease. Stop having sex, Teresa. Well, as you see, Teresa is saying she's in the last stages of this disease that she has contacted or have received from someone. And she's telling everyone to stop having sex because she doesn't like what she's going through. She's probably got to go through a lot of tests, telling a lot of medication. These are the pitfalls of out there having sex. People say, it's okay, just protect yourself. Well, whether you have protected or unprotected sex, I just believe you can get diseases probably transmitted, probably if you're kissing. There are diseases that you can get through the saliva, and so there's all type of diseases that you can get. And I don't know what she has, because she didn't say exactly what she has, but what she's trying to tell everybody: stop having sex. Because if you're having sex and you might think you're protected, you're not protected. Because if someone already has a disease, you're going to get it in some way, especially if you're continuing to have a relationship with them, you are sleeping with them continuously. Somewhere, somehow, unless God is intervening, and you should thank God for intervening for you. Because I know some people know that God has spared them from getting a disease because he was on their side. But why take that chance? That's a chance that you really don't want to take. And I think she's trying to help us today by telling us, by writing the show and letting us know that what I'm saying is true, that you need to stop fornicating before marriage. I'm not just going to say, have sex. Why would I tell you to have sex when the Bible tells you not to fornicate before marriage? And so maybe you need to hear it. Maybe you need to hear someone tell you this so that you can help yourself by going to your friend. Maybe go to your boyfriend or your girlfriend and let them know, listen, honey, listen, this is not good what we're doing, because I don't know what you're doing when you leave me. You don't know what I'm doing when I leave you. And you can live with somebody and still don't know what they're doing, But the thing is, God is not trying to keep us from good. He's trying to help you so that we can have better relationships, with the person that you're with, because you're getting to know them. You're getting to know everything that you possibly can learn within means, because, people are not going to let you know everything, but yes, but when you have sex, you just really didn't cut everything out, because now all you want to do is stay in the bed with the person, because you're craving like a married person craves. And they'll tell you after a while they ain't craving it, but okay, don't you all get mad with me. Don't you married couples get mad with me. maybe I need for that state. Maybe I need to we want to hear some wedding bells. So maybe, okay, I'm sorry, you married couples. You all know y'all having sex. Okay, I have another letter, and it says here, Dear Queen, I am writing because I am in a relationship that is abusive. He says he's going to change. What should I do? Rachel. Well, Rachel, I would tell anyone that's in an abusive relationship, don't count to 10, don't count to 5, but number 1, get out. Because if they're already being abusive to you, one hit can lead to your death. And so I don't see any future with that person unless they go and get some help. Now, if they say, when you talk to them and you tell them, listen, honey, the only way I can stay with you is that you go and get some help, because you are not going to beat up on me, because one hit can lead to my death. And I want to live. I love you, but I don't love you that much. And so you just have to be nice and let them know if you can even talk to them this way. Now, I can't tell you this, because there might be a person that you can't even talk to. You just need to get out of Dodge, because if you tell them that you're going to leave them, they can't deal with rejection. Remember, that's what happened to my cousin. He couldn't deal with rejection, and so he ended up killing her. So then you have to figure out, since you're already in an abusive relationship, how to handle this. Maybe you need to go talk to someone who deals with abusive relationships. Go and talk to them and let them tell you how you should handle this type of relationship. So, because if he's already being abusive, you don't know where he's going to go if you tell him you're going to leave him. So I wouldn't tell him you're going to leave him. So let me strike that. What I would tell you is that you need to stop seeing him, just point blank, and see how he deals with that when you let him know, when he calls you and you don't answer the phone or something like that, because I can't really tell you what to do, because when you are with an abusive person, they are very irrational in their thinking. And so one thing can trigger off something totally devastating. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just trying to warn you that if has enough nerves to hit you, what won't he do? So I would tell you personally, I would not stay in that relationship with him, under no circumstance, because you're not married to him. You're single. Why are you in the relationship with someone who is being abusive to you? I don't know if you're living with him. Maybe you're living with him and you're single, and so that can be very hairy. But you're gonna have to make some decisions. That's definitely what I would tell you. I would tell you emphatically, you need to get out of that relationship until he gets some help, because you can't cure him from abuse. He has to want to be cured. He has to want to change and realize he can't go around beating up on women, because that's not fair to you at all. So I'm gonna tell you, without a doubt, you need to get out of that relationship, because he's not being fair to you, and you're not being fair to yourself, and that's the truth. All right, we have another question or a letter here. It says here, Michele, I am going to make it quick. I want my man back. What are the steps to get him back? I will be listening in. Thanks, Sharon. Well, Sharon, you want your man back. What are the steps? I really don't have any steps, Sharon. The only steps I would tell you is that One is, why do you want him back? Two, why did he quit you? Three, have you talked to him about the reason why he quit you? Four is, since you need some steps, four is, did you add to this breakup? And five is, I would tell you, you need to sit down, talk to him, find out what went wrong in the relationship, why he broke up with you, and just go from there. Because, I mean, I don't have any answers for you. I don't know all the intricate things that went on in your relationship for me to really say this, that, or the other. You didn't give me any, like, well, I was messing around with somebody and he caught me, and so, now I don't know what to do, and that's why he broke up with me. You didn't give me any of that. You just said make it quick, so I'm making it quick, and that's all I can tell you right now. Write me back and then give me some more maybe specific situations that is going on in your relationship, and then I can give you some more information that will help you maybe help your relationship in a better way. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the Michele Hughes show, because we try to help you with your relationships. And I hope those letters that came in, I hope I helped you to the best of my ability. And if I didn't, I want you to email me and tell me what it is that you need more clarity on. The email address is single, sex, and satisfied 365 at gmail.com. Email me and I will help you to the best of my ability to give you the information that you need. Well, listen, you guys, I have truly enjoyed being with you tonight. I am looking forward to helping you all in your relationships. As tonight we were talking about freeing yourself from the past, and some of these people, they are finding it very difficult to free themselves from their past because sometimes it's too close for the freeing. Or what about people who've been in a relationship for 10 and 5 years and they finally break up? Well, sometimes it's hard to break up and you won't feel freedom because you're so attached still to that person, being with them, the things that you used to do. So it's going to take time to break up with that person. When I say break up, I mean to get over that person. That doesn't end overnight. But what you can do, you can be patient with yourself. And you can start talking to yourself and start saying the reasons why you broke up with that person. You have to challenge yourself. If you know you broke up, it took you a long time to break up with that person, then you have to realize it's going to take time for you to get over being with them in the whole 9 yards. But once you've made that crucial step to say enough is enough, because some of the relationship, that's what it is. Enough is enough. I can't take no more. I'm not going backwards. Then that's when you have to begin to talk to yourself and minister to your own self. So when you find yourself wanting to go to the phone and talk to them, when you know that you're still going through that, getting over that person, then you need to say, nope, pat yourself on the hand and say, nope, I am not going to call that person up, because we need a time of just getting over each other, and it takes time to get over someone. Now, but what if you really realize that you need a little time, but you really want to go back to that person? Well, that's something that you have to discuss with the other person, whoever broke up. If you're the person who initiated the breakup, then you have to talk to that other person now, because now they're feeling a sense of rejection. Why did you break up with them or what have you? I don't know where they are. And so, but if they are in agreement with the two of you all coming back together, then that's a good thing. And it's a lot of relationships that just because you break up doesn't mean it's over for good. Sometimes there are people, haven't you seen, I've seen marriages, they divorced, and it could take maybe 10 or 15 years and they remarry because they realized they still had that attachment to each other. They just needed time, for whatever reason, to maybe renew some things that they needed to renew, or maybe that person had to get their self together. Maybe both people had to get themselves together. But after they went through that renewing, that time of being apart, it made them even more wanting to be back together. Well, I hope I've helped you in some way today to answer those questions to you guys who have broken up with someone and you're saying, oh my God, what should I do? I just can't get over my past. What should I go back? Then I would say pray and ask God to give you some answers, because that's the only way that you are going to feel free in your spirit that you've done the right thing. Well, until we meet again, it's been real. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for tuning in to the Michele Hughes Show. Join us daily for more hot topics with the Queen of Relationships. Always keeping it real. See you tomorrow on the Michele Hughes Show.